And here it is, one of the NFL's truly iconic stadiums, and the oldest one still in use. It's Soldier Field in Chicago. Time for teams to start making moves towards the postseason. Here we go in Week 11. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Williams starting with a pass here. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
I think you're seeing why they like this guy in coverage, man. He reacts well to throws and is so adept in breaking up passes right through contact or before they ever reach the target.
Throwing again on 2nd, Williams. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Here we go, here we go.
First down throw by Williams. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Derek Forrest able to make the stop.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Cowboy 80.
Sticking in the air, it's Williams. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Now throw in the direction of DJ Moore. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
3rd down, here's Williams. Completed here to Komet. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Chicago first down.
Seven Pirates. Come 19, come 19.
Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. That was Geno Stone up there to make that play. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go! 18 Pioneer.
From the 31. Has it at the 7. And he drives this forward to the 6. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point of the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Go!
From the red zone now. He's got it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. And he has the Chicago touchdown. The Bears finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Has this at the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. He goes out of bounds on the return. First and 10 now from the 30. Airing it out to start this drive. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Looking for a throw here. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. So second down coming up. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact. If he couldn't do it.
Buys time, rolling right. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
Boy, take a look at that. Look at him locking down his area of the end zone. They could bring it in close enough to take shots, but there are no easy touchdowns.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Now a shotgun handoff to Miller. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. It'll be 3 total on the play. 4th and 7 now.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Now looking to throw. He connects downfield on 4. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. From the gun, a give to Miller. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Again, it's Miller. Oh, what a hit! Jars the ball loose! Bears pick it up, headed the other way! Man, they had to be exhausted by that point, Brock, which makes it even more impressive that one of them somehow found the energy to force a fumble like that, finally get them off this field.
Yeah, it's thrilling for the defense, Kate, but geez, it's demoralizing for an offense because you could feel it. You could feel it when you've kept that defense and ground them to a nub, and you just feel that energy being sucked out of them. And to not take advantage of it just stings that much more.
2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. He's got him, that's Swift. And he stopped cold at the spot. He paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10.
Bravo 80. Set. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Williams from the gun. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Out of the shotgun, it gives to Swift. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. We will not get... We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Bears football. They'll have 2nd down as they look to continue this good drive. And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. 3rd down coming up. Working from the gun, Williams. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that brings up 4th and long. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
That's caught by Chris Olave. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Back to pass on 1st and 10. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Searching for Chris Olave with that one. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Completes this one to Hill. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They'll motion him out of the backfield. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. First time this game they've looked to him. And now they're left with 4th and short. Here comes the Saints punting unit. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And he got a little too much leg into that one. That's a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity, no doubt. This ball's coming out to the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Come on, set!
Off the play fake, Williams. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
You know, Kit, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First down from the red zone. The back grabs it. And he's going to be touched down a yard shy of that marker.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
They send the tight end in motion left. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Santos now for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bears double their lead to 14. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Brings in the kick at the 9. This return makes it up to the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. It's caught left side by Hill. And he's out of bounds, up at his own 45. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. Straight ahead, here's Miller. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. That was Montez Sweat who took him down. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. They'll send him over right. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
And he's out of bounds, just short of the 30.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. He gets it out left, and it's caught. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. It's 3rd and 5 for them after the penalty. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He fires one deep down the middle. They connect on the deep shot. It's a New Orleans touchdown. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Come back, team! Come back, ready! 18, Pioneer! And up!
Here's Swift to start the drive. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
On the move, headed right. Connects on the crosser. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And that one's going to hit the turf.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Throwing again on 2nd, Williams. He finds Odunze running the slant. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Catch is made in close. And in for the Chicago touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bears double their lead to 14. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. He fields it from the 8. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Not on the same page with his tight end. So that brings up 2nd down.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. Just can't happen. And you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Throwing now on first down. Searches from the pocket. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
This defense just coming to life before our eyes, Kate, taking advantage of the situation they're in. Just feel their creativity. Right? When you get a lead like this, it just allows you to be a little looser, to play a little bit faster, and to continue to make an impact that time with a sack.
Try to get it into Chris Olave. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Dropping back to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Timeout Chicago. It uses its seconds. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. Back now, pressure on its way. He connects downfield on 4th. And he gets them down to the 9 before going out. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble. The Bears going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. On the give, it's Miller. And they needed more than one defender there. Powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard. Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set. He's got it. Touchdown, New Orleans. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
That one right down the middle. And the Saints chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. First down throw by Williams. Escapes the pocket. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Return starts at the 9. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Handoff here for Miller. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. From the 43. He's on the move. He takes it himself.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that first down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, what denies the first down.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Connects with the open man downfield. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after a nice run and some extra effort. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They give it to him again. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Working quickly here. Going to the ground again on first. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Offense in the hurry up here. Back to the well again. And he bowls through the defense for a touchdown. The Saints cut into the lead coming out of halftime. That one splits the uprights. And the Saints tie this game at 21. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
70 Lion. Bronco 80. Go.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Brought in right side by Moore. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Here's Swift on 2nd down. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
First down, here's Swift. Again, he hits the 2nd level. And they'll finally get him at the 35-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. They're set up at the 35 now.
65.
Going run again with Swift. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Offense up to the line fast.
Derek Forrest on the tackle. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches. at the 25-yard line.
Staying grounded with Swift. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 15 at the 28-yard line.
Trying again following the sack. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Williams with third and long. And he can't make the hook up on the deep ball. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. The Bears bring on Cairo Santos for the field goal. It's 45 yards he'll try to connect from. Carney's kick is good. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Fielded at the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Continuing to move past the 45. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one's caught along the left sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Now an inside handoff to Miller. And he runs this one down to the 22-yard line. The rookie from Michigan there that time.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They bring Olave in motion. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down. That one gains 7. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
Ready up. Top row 18. Stephanie. Ready.
They run. It's Miller. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Running once more with Miller. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Trying the right side with Miller. Is across the line for the New Orleans touchdown. The Saints take a 4th quarter lead. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Now a try to go up by 4, put it out of the range of a field goal. And the kick is good. And the Saints take a 4-point lead. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position.
From 30-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Viking 18. Come on, set, go.
Working from the gun, Williams. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Running with Swift out of the gun. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. First down play, nets them 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
From the 37, Moore's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Bears first down.
18 card. Let's go.
Working inside the red zone. Swift hauls it in. Finds the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears take a fourth-quarter lead. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. Santos connects on the point after. And the Bears push their lead to 3. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Return coming from the 6. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Coming left is Miller. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4. Second and 6 coming up here. From the 27. That's brought in by Miller. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. From the gun, a give to Miller. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just 1.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Here we go, second and 9. Chased out to his right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds just a yard or two short of that 25. All set up now for first and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. The problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers. And they got one right there with that sack.
And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
The Bears bringing out an extra defensive back or two. Third down coming up. Again, it's Miller. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice. It doesn't end up getting an offensive first down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they've tied it up late in the fourth.
The prospect of overtime now, Kate's right on the horizon thanks to that field goal. His mindset, though, well, it's the same as all his teammates out there. We're about to take the field. Let's go get this ball back. Let's find a way to win this thing in regulation.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning.
Here we go, set. Drop low 80. 7 Pirate. 19 Tiger, 19.
Here's Swift to start the drive. And he'll take this up to about the 34 before he stops. It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. Bears want to end it in regulation if they can. Second and 6 coming up here. Looking to throw it. As the open man downfield. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Now an inside handoff to Swift. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. The Saints calling for a timeout, their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
Let's go.
Now to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So now it's going to be third and long.
Panther 60. Come, my team. Come. Let's go now.
Here he is to throw. Flush down now to his left. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
A 50-yard attempt.
It's far enough, but does not get the redirect off the upright. It's no good. And late in the fourth, we stay tied.
Well, they got the chance to kick a potential game winner, Kate, and that's all that kicker wanted, a chance. Unfortunately, he didn't make it. And all he can hope now, tie game late here, is that his counterpart across the way, warming up in that kicking net, well, he doesn't get the chance to end it himself.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And the defense will not be beaten to the edge. They make the stop. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You know, that's one of those plays when you call it, you expect to get decent yards every time. Seeing it stopped at the line, man, that's deflating offensively.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing now. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
To throw. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Punting unit out now. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. First punt win 45 yards. This looks considerably further. They found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. This one returned for 11 yards. And it's going to be Bears football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. He finds his running back deep down the left side. Now with just 10 seconds left in our game, we've got a timeout.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. And now they call the timeout. Oh, Brock, what a play to get him into range. And now they can win it all as time expires. So they're going to go ahead and call a timeout here. Only 3 seconds left in the game. So everything rests on the foot of Cairo Santos. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. That one is good. And that, folks, is your game winner.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
Brings in the kick at the 9. And he's brought down, Brock, and that brings his ball game to a close. So the Bears come away with a win.